Okay, so we are live, and I'm going to give it just a few seconds here. Okay, hey guys, welcome back. Road Dog Media Group coming at you again. Tonight's going to be a lot of fun. We have one of my very favorite artists, and I say it to him. I'll even say it to his face. Um, but he does a lot of the soundtrack of my life growing up too, and we're not that far from age at all. I think I'm actually older than he is. But let me stop delaying and bring him on. Jeff Carson, welcome.
Hooray!
I don't know. Could you hear me? Did you hear me say that you are one of the artists that has a lot of the songs of that are the
I
soundtrack of my life?
I did hear you say that, Laura. That's
Okay.
awesome. Thank
All
you.
right. I'm gonna
You lived must
qualify.
have lived a sad, miserable little life.
Hey, you know what? But if you're singing it to me, I'm okay with it.
uh,
That makes it happy.
that's
In
great.
all seriousness, I do consider you a friend of mine. You know that I love you. I cannot wait to actually meet your wife too, because I just cannot wait till this quarantine stuff's over
Uh,
and we're able to travel more and things too, because I seriously do want to go on that dinner with you and your wife and Tim, and we'll get Tim Atwood and Roxanne, and maybe we can grab Scott and have a whole bunch of people. We'll just
that'd
see
be
what
great.
happens.
Yeah, I'm ready for some normalcy. I'm over this. I'm over it, man.
Yeah, but you've got you've been doing a lot. You've been doing, and we got to see you again. Come back out and start making music, which
Isn't it
is
crazy?
just the highlight of 2020 for me, because
Me too.
seriously, like I, I, your voice was so missing in country music, and I'm reminded about it every Thursday when you do a Throwback Thursday, and
Yes,
which, by the way, I love. So, do you just take requests for that, or
I do. I haven't. Uh, I've gotten a few requests. I can't remember right now. When I see them, one that I think, okay, yeah, that might not take a lot of work to work up. I'll write it. I'll write it down. I don't have any for this week yet that I can recall finalized. So it's still up in the air.
well, that's all right. Last week we're still on Monday or Tuesday. Oh my gosh, I'm a day behind. But
Mm.
last week you did for us Real Life, because it was the anniversary of Real Life when it was released, correct? March
It was.
18th,
Yep.
21 years ago. With what an amazing song.
Isn't that crazy? I think it was released in 1996. I think it's more like 25 for that song. It's been 20 years since I had anything at all on the charts. The last song I had on the charts was in 2001, and that was Real Life. I never was the same again. But until then, after that, nothing until this one.
Until the now, I know the last update I saw was, I'm trying to get my dates correct here, was not this past Thursday, but Thursday before, that it was at 35 on the
Yeah.
chart. Look at I love that it makes you so happy.
Are
Uh,
you kidding me? I'm sure you probably saw me on Facebook, because when I got the news, I was working. I'm a police officer, and I was sitting in my patrol car, and I got the news that it had gotten to number 40, which is a top 40. I thought
yeah.
I thought, man, I got to record something for myself that pops up year after year, so on down the road I can remember quite what I was feeling. And you could tell it was emotional because it's been a long time.
Um, well, and I'm being rude, but I'll explain to everybody why I'm being rude in a minute. Why I'm looking at my phone. Um, I did see
It's a
that video.
wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing to have something back on the radio after 20 years. Incredible.
I did see that video. I cried along with you,
Thank you.
because there are a lot of artists, not just in country music, but a lot in every genre, that it doesn't mean that much to them. And I don't, I can't honestly have a name right now to throw out there and say this person, and I wouldn't do that anyway. But
well, I think surely, probably, I know compared to the way I feel now that in my career when I was having so much success that it didn't mean as much.
yeah,
That's a terrible thing to admit, but until it's kind of like until you don't have something, you realize how much it means to you.
yeah, no, I think that's honest. That's just honest because, and I'll say it. I think sometimes when we get older, we appreciate things a whole lot more than we did when we were a lot younger.
That's true, Laura. Sure is.
Along with, I mean, if you take your passion and you do your passion and you become a success like you were, and then you choose to go and be serve the people and protect people's lives, and then you come back 20 years later and the response has been amazing, and that has to be extra special too, to have it, leave it, and then come back.
It really is, and speaking out about leaving, that wasn't my choice. I didn't want to leave music. Music's my passion. It was, I had a newborn son. It was 2001. I hadn't had anything 2003. I hadn't had anything on the charts for quite a while. There weren't as many tour dates, little to no tour dates.
Yeah.
I couldn't make a living anymore. My wife was going to work. I was a stay-home dad. And I said, I got to go get a job. I got to bring something into this household too. So that's why I was forced to walk away.
Well, we're glad that you're back. I tell you that every time we talk, I am, and I'm reminded of it every Thursday because I love, like you did the Ronnie Millsap one. What a Difference You've Made in My Life is one of my favorites. And I mean, you do on those Throwback Thursdays, you bring back those songs that maybe we haven't heard in a while and are amazing.
A lot of people will say, how about, I think that's the way the Ronnie Millsap song came up. How about a Ronnie Millsap song? And I said, yeah, that sounds good. And I start looking through his list of songs. Oh my God, he has so many songs. but I remember that one being extra special. So I a lot of these too, I got to work up because I think I did a Kenny Rogers song that probably took the longest. Like it had some chords in there I'd never played before. And thank goodness with YouTube and all these other outlets, you can find someone and give you some help on your chord charts.
Didn't you do that one around either Kim's birthday or anniversary or something? It was She Believes in Me.
Yes, I did. I think our actual anniversary, I think I did Ed Bruce, the anniversary song he did.
Yes.
But well, yeah, I did that. I'm just having so much fun with them every week.
Well, I'm going to show you because I have on my phone now. And this actually, no joke. Anytime I'm getting ready for an interview, this is what I listen to. This is my playlist I listen to. And it's really not some upbeat playlist, but I'm going to tell you what it's called as soon as I can get it. Jeff Carson Throwback Thursday Request Playlist. That is literally what it's called. And
that's awesome.
I have all these songs on here that I'm like, oh, Jeff would sound great singing that. Jeff would. So I'll just have to send it to you because
absolutely, please do. Yeah, I've done everything from I like the older country back growing up. It was Merle and Vern Gosdin and Willie and Waylon and George Jones and all those guys. But I was still a teenager and still listening to Steve Miller Band and the stuff on the other side. So I love all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I honestly don't think there's anything that you can't cover. We may have to start taking some requests and throwing curveballs at you. I mean, okay, one of them.
No, don't do that.
Okay, because every time I request this one, and I'm not asking you to do it right now. I'm just asking you to maybe throw it in on one of the Thursdays or Just Because days.
Okay.
You know what it is. It's the Tim Menzies.
Yeah, I love that song.
Oh my
Title
God.
escapes me, but yeah,
Hang on, look, it's
I
on
was
my
there.
list. I was there. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I
I
did
actually
see
did
you.
that before I started doing the Throwback Thursdays. I just
You
picked up
did.
the guitar one night and just thought, you know what, this is such a wonderful song. I want to sing this.
It is an amazing song, and I happened to end up doing an interview with Corey Lane, who I found on TikTok, and his stepmom was one of the writers on that with Tim.
Oh,
And
wow, really?
because I was talking about you, but not behind your back because I was doing it in front of the whole world. So you all just did you were part of a Daryl Singletary tribute event, and you and Daryl were good friends, and unfortunately his untimely death, I think the world will forever miss Daryl and his singing and his writing and just in general who he is.
Yeah,
Um,
that was a fun night. You know, it wasn't all sad. It gets a little easier every year. It's been 3 years now. Uh, I say easier for me. Surely Holly and the kids have a different take on it, but
right.
miss that man. It was fun to tell funny stories the other night. You know, I've got so many stories that Holly doesn't know, and you know, funny stuff. And she texted me actually today and said, "I appreciate the stories. It's always so good to hear this stuff that happened behind the scenes that she didn't know about."
Yeah, yeah. Well, so Michael Ray was at that event as well. And the first time I saw you and Michael together was at Cahoots last year,
Yeah.
for the 80s and 90s. Hats off to the 80s and 90s T. Graham Brown event.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael comes out with this Whiskey and Rain that is absolutely throwback country.
It's 90s, yeah. It's straight
Yeah.
up. He's always said that he grew up listening to 90s country, and it was such a flattering thing for an old guy that was in the
Old.
business. I ain't kidding, man. 57 years old and have one of these young guns come up and sing your songs. It's incredible. I asked him to come out to Cahoots with me, and he actually showed up, and we hung out, and I did the same thing for the Daryl Singletary show. I said, man, you want to come out and sing Whiskey and Rain and maybe sing Half the Car with me? And he showed up again. He's just a great guy.
Yeah, and he was in heaven that night too, though. I don't know about the Daryl event, but at Cahoots, just watching him watch all of you all and learn from everybody that was there and be honored to be there. It was so cool to watch because you can really see the admiration that he has for you. And I think that is so cool. And I can't wait for you all to do an album together. I
That
have
would be
all these
cool.
ideas that, yeah. So
They say we look
Michael,
a lot alike, you know.
I can see it.
You know what? Look at that. I noticed this when I was on Newsmax. I look at my face. Why is my face so red? Am I having a heart attack or something? I don't know why my face is always so red.
Well, to me on this view, you don't look that red. You look like you didn't have to take your time to do this makeup like I did.
I don't know. Maybe there I look better there.
I would like to get you to play your new single for us. We've talked a lot about, yes, I'm going to answer this question here. This is BC Lee from Florida. You do need to get him in Florida. So
I
message
love Florida.
me.
Love coming down to Florida. Not in the middle of summer.
Yeah, no, not in the middle of not the middle of summer.
Got a lot of friends down there and acquaintances. I love Florida. I would love to do that.
Yeah. So, hey, BC, I'll send you the info on how you can reach him and get him booked. Because, yeah, I may even take a trip to Florida for that one.
Nice.
Your new single, "God Save the World." Like we talked about this at the very beginning, and I don't think I went much further into the song. Have you been drinking?
Not yet. Hawaiian punch.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, mine's water. So yeah. Yeah, just water. The single "God Save the World," you originally released it in 2003. But
Yeah,
man, is it timely right now.
and Lisa Brokop sang with. Well, actually, this song I sang it as a demo. It was just me and a keyboard player, and Doug Johnson had me go in and sing it. And before I knew it, they had musicians come in, build tracks around it. Lisa Brokop come in to sing with me on it, and made a whole full blown song out of it. I didn't even know they were doing that. That's my favorite version. You know, we cut a different version with MC1 Records, and that's what got us on the charts. Number 35. Not bragging,
Yay!
but I've recently been approached a week and a half ago from Curb Records, who I used to be on, and to make a long story short, they're putting out the same song, that the earlier version with me and Lisa Brokop, and I couldn't be happier. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so glad to see it. I'm glad that it's back out there and has this new life of its own.
Mm-hmm.
And again, a very poignant time for it to be out there, with everything going on in this world. And so, yeah, my better half here, Mark said, isn't Country Thunder in Florida? Yes, it is. And I think it is in September. It's this huge festival, and it's September in Florida. I mean,
that sounds fun.
Yeah. BC, you need to work on that. Figure out the contacts so we can get Jeff booked at Country Thunder. We're trying to make all kinds of things happen here. But if you wouldn't mind, I would love for you to sing God Save the World for us.
Oh, if you insist.
Okay.
God save the world. God save the child. Humble, strong. Strengthen the mind. Open my eyes that I might see. Oh, save the world, starting with me. I light a candle, stare at the flame. I see the only way this world can change. One tiny light in each of us, a seed of hope, a mighty love. God save the world, God save the child. Humble, strong, strengthen the mind. Open my eyes that I might see. God save the world, starting with me. God save our home. God save this earth. Let each and every one of us see what prayer is worth. God save the free. God save the bound. God help the lion and the lamb lay down. Together we are not alone. God bring each son and daughter home. God save the world. God save the child. Humble, strong, strengthen the mind. Open up my eyes that I might see. God save the world, starting with me. Open up my heart that I might see. God save the world, starting with me.
Oh my gosh. See, I don't even know why I bother to do that. makeup sometimes, and I ought to know when you're here that that's just not going to work for me to.
Oh, you like me when I was in my patrol car. People make fun of me and said I wasn't crying, just something was in my eye.
Yeah.
There's no crying in baseball.
Well, but there's a lot of crying in music. So
yeah, it's a good country song when you pull
yes,
those kind of emotions out.
yes, and I think right now, and I'm going to bring this up. I can't do this and not mention um, our thoughts and prayers are with everyone in Boulder, Colorado tonight. And obviously, 10 lives lost, with one of those being an officer. And I don't think you guys do not get, you men and women, I'm being inclusive, um, do not get the respect that you deserve. And I, for one, am, and on behalf of all of us, thank you for what you do every single day. Even if it's seems little to you, it's not.
Well, thank you. Thanks. I appreciate it. It's a good job, and I'm fortunate enough to work in the town of Franklin, where I get told when I'm on duty at least once a day, someone will make a point to drive by and say thank you for what you do. So that means a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't think you all get told that enough. I'm glad to hear that you are told that at least once a day.
Yeah.
I It is awful to watch some of the things that are happening, and now to have to mourn another officer along with that doesn't take away from the 9 other lives that were lost at all. It's I think that people just don't realize when everybody else is trying to get away, y'all are running in. And I mean, that's just, it's a job that you didn't have to do, but you do. And so I appreciate you for that in and of itself. Even if I didn't love you because you're a great person and because you're a great singer, a great writer. I mean, I could go down the list, but
I am pretty great. Yeah.
You are. You're great. You're great. Before we leave, I was hopeful to be able to do something, and I can't do exactly what I wanted to do, but let me bring on a friend of mine, and you'll probably know her too in a minute. Let me bring her up here. Hi, Kristen.
Hi, Jeff.
Meet Kristen.
Hey, Kristen. Good to see you.
So, Kristen, what I was attempting to do was to have your daughter, who is, let me get it right, Petty Officer, 3rd Class, Sydney Hedge, who has been deployed until just the past couple of days, correct?
Don't make me cry.
Oh, I'm going to make you cry. I'm going to make you cry.
She's getting closer to home. She's getting closer to home.
She's that much closer, exactly.
Yeah. So she is she's stateside now.
She is in Norfolk. Yes.
She's
in
okay.
Norfolk.
She's in Norfolk.
After my junior year of high school, my brother was stationed in Norfolk, and summer break, I flew down there and spent the summer in Norfolk. So I'm familiar with that. It's beautiful.
Actually,
lots of Navy people there.
Yeah.
Jeff, hang on one second. Hello, Miss Sydney.
Hey, hi. Sorry, I was doing some splurge shopping.
I know. I'm over here texting her, going, "Mom's already on," and then Petty Officer, 3rd Class, Sydney Hedge, welcome, and thank you so much for your service. And I'm going to say a little something here real quick. And I gave Sydney her very first job, and so I love her.
I didn't know that.
I love her, and I haven't seen her in forever. So to see her now is crazy. But I know I'm going to stop. And the reason I'm sharing this, guys, is because Kristen reached out to Jeff a few months back, and Jeff emailed Sydney, and of course, Mom hasn't been able to see Sydney. And so we wanted to make sure that it happened, and that Jeff had an opportunity to be a part of it as well, because I know it meant a lot to Mom.
So much.
Hey, it means a lot to me too. When I just sang that song, there's a line in it, God bring Yeah, sorry. God, nah, I won't even get it. I'm sorry. I'm so glad you're back in the States.
Yeah, me too. Long deployment.
Yeah. So how much longer before you can get out amongst the people and just see your mom?
I'm going home in April, so I'll be able to see her then. But we're allowed off of the ship now. When we were
Good.
overseas, we weren't allowed to leave the pier. We had to stay on the pier on the ship for 9 months. We couldn't go out in town. So pulling into Greece, I've always wanted to go to Greece. We pulled in, and I was like, "Oh, it's so pretty, but we can't leave."
Oh no, that's awful.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was bad on a bus. You know, we used to travel, and I would complain about being stuck on a long road trip for 2 days on a bus. My brother, like I said, was in the Navy in Norfolk, and we got to go on his destroyer. And yeah, you look at the cramped quarters that some of the Navy men and women live in. It's like oh man, our hats dropping.
Yeah.
But just your email that you sent to her it just boosts her morale, and and it meant the world to me, Jeff, and I can't thank you enough.
Oh, my pleasure, Kristen and Sydney. So proud of you. So proud of you, hon.
Thank you.
Somebody wants to know what ship. Can you share that, Sydney?
I'm on the USS Winston S. Churchill, DDG.
Go
81.
Bulldogs!
Wait, did you say DDG?
Yes.
That's a destroyer then too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good. Awesome. See, I know my stuff.
Well, I will not, Sydney and Kristen, I love you both. I do. Sydney's been forever since I've seen you, but I am so proud of you, knowing you from when you were 15 to now. I'm so proud to see what you've done. And you have one strong mama here who I don't, she doesn't live that far from me. So I think I would probably hear her when she gets her hands on you. So
yeah, probably.
We'll be able to hear her.
Can't wait.
But,
Jeff, thank you for all your support, and congratulations on your song reaching the charts like that.
Thank you. Song. Thank you so much. I love you both. Good to see you guys.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
Bye, Sydney. Bye, Kristen.
Bye. Love you guys.
Anchors away the moon, anchors away.
I'm glad that happened. I'm so glad it happened. I was getting worried. I was going to have to make something else up, but
no,
anyway.
It worked flawlessly. I felt like I was in a scene from the Brady Bunch. I kept wanting to look down
and I know
all these squares.
And I was getting self-conscious because my square was bigger than your all square, and I thought that's not fair.
The bigger square.
They're more important. Let them be in the bigger square. And I thought if I hit a button, I'm gonna mess it up. It was just I had all this anxiety, but it worked out. It worked out great, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to do that for you, so you know what even a simple email does for a mom back here. And what it does for a sailor there.
And I was probably on the radio before Sydney was even born.
Oh yeah, you were.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean,
oh God,
it's okay, Jeff. I was probably working. I know I was working before Sydney was born, but. She's a great girl, and yeah, I worked at a local dry cleaners, and she went to high school across the street, and we needed somebody, and she was 15, and I talked with her mom because her mom was a customer, and because Sydney was in ROTC, so her uniforms came in all the time. So right. Yeah, so she ended up getting hired, and she just was very very hard worker, and awesome. And it's been great to see her mom share her pictures and stuff like that. So very, very cool. And I'm glad. Thank you for everything you do. Because even the smallest thing, again, like an email, means so much to other people. And
it's
and
my
I think
honor. I wish I could have written a real mail, but that probably would. She'd be back to the States before you even got to her.
Yeah. That would probably end up. It would probably be 2 years from now. She would get it.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, thank you for spending some time with us. It is always a pleasure to talk with you and to listen to you and just listen to you sing, talk with you, and laugh with you. I love hanging out with you. So I look forward
Me
to doing
too,
it
Laura.
again. Guys, make sure you check out Jeff Carson. The website's been scrolling across the bottom. It's jeff-carson.com. You can find out everything there. He's on Facebook, Instagram. Are you on TikTok yet?
No.
See, your son.
I've kicked around the idea, but I don't know.
Well, you love pranking your son and bugging him.
Yeah.
That would be the best way to irritate him.
Really? Okay, I'll consider it.
Yeah. We'll talk later. No, seriously, a lot of parents got on to irritate their kids and during the pandemic, and now we've kind of taken it over.
Taking away that platform too. Like, yeah, I know what you mean.
We'll always find them. They just don't understand that yet. Okay, Jeff, hang on a minute. Don't hang up. And guys, you all make sure you check him out. Go download the single. You can get it anywhere music is sold. You can also go to Spotify and stream it. It's just keep streaming it multiple times. If you can't afford to purchase it, that's okay. Everybody's going through a rough time right now, and we understand. But streaming it on platforms also helps him. So let's make sure we do that because it's a great song. It's a song this world needs to hear. It is such a very, very timely song. But we hopefully will get some more from Jeff very soon, and then you'll have much more to listen to. Y'all make sure you check him out, Jeff Carson.